After meeting in Brisbane International Airport for a red-eye flight to Singapore, the team decided it was best to fuel up before the journey.
Instead of getting like Cambodian barbecue, we're filming Subway in Brisbane.
What kind of a cameraman are you?
With dinner sorted, we boarded our plane and began our 7.5-hour flight to Changi Airport in Singapore.
Get me off this plane.
Singapore Airport.
Welcome to Singapore.
After arriving, we were keen to hit the shops, once we worked out where we were.
Just, no, this way. In 10 and 6, just there.
We wanted to ensure that we made the most of our time in Singapore, so we endeavoured to experience the culture and the local cuisine. All cultured up, it was time to board our flight to Phnom Penh, Cambodia.
Welcome to Phnom Penh, ladies and gentlemen. Have a pleasant day and thank you for flying with Silk Air.
We made it, Phnom Penh, the noisy, bustling, beautiful capital of Cambodia, home to over 2 million people and 10 very keen Australians. This was our first glimpse of the nation we'd be spending the next 11 days in, travelling from village to village, sharing God's love. After checking in the hotel, we took to the streets again by tuk-tuk and headed out to explore the city. Early the next morning, we boarded a river cruiser out of Phnom Penh and travelled northwest up the Tonle Sap River towards Siem Reap. This was the start of a long but scenic 6.5-hour voyage to our home city for the remainder of the trip. While on board the boat, our team made sure to spend the time wisely. Heather pat Shalissa, Hugh had a think, Camden took in the scenery, Kobe became a rapper, then Shalissa took in the scenery. All the while, we were ploughing upriver, deeper and deeper into an almost untouched side of Cambodia that made for an incredible voyage. By the afternoon, we arrived at the floating village of Chong Kanias. This unique, picturesque village rests almost entirely on the watery highway of the surrounding river. We journeyed past and made our way further up the Siem Reap River to our drop-off point. We were greeted by our tuk-tuk drivers and unloaded the boat. From here, we travelled over dirt roads, past rice fields, through the outskirts, and into the centre of Siem Reap.
We are at 288 Boutique Villa, our hotel for the time we're here.
I am letting my mother know that I'm safely in Siem Reap so that she doesn't have like a mini heart attack.
My parents don't even know I'm in Cambodia.
Today we're heading off to buy some school supplies to make our packs in Hope School. Then we're going to share some lunch together and we're going to head out to a village west of Siem Reap, about an hour by tuk-tuk.
I ate a lychee.
And then had an argument with Patty about what it's actually called.
Because it's a lychee. And sometimes, I feel a bit like I'm let down on this team because I'm talking about my lychees and everyone's like, no, it's a rambutan. and then this makes me cry.
Just carrying all the bread and the food to Hope School.
Welcome to Hope School, Cambodia.
Hope School in Siem Reap is a language school that teaches English to children and young adults. Run by locals of the Siem Reap area, it has been supported by Australia.Cambodia since 2013. Given Cambodia's growing tourism industry, English is widely spoken in much of the tourist areas. Here, young people can improve their English literacy and language skills to increase their chances of finding a job. Our team made hundreds of packages to hand out to the children at the school and in the villages we visited. These were filled with school books, pencils, pens, and some snacks to help them out in their schooling. After Hope School, we journeyed out of town to Tolvang village. This rural village was the first of many we'd visit during our time of outreach in Cambodia. This little community had a lot of school-age kids. We sang songs with them, shared the message of Jesus, and played some games with them.
Speed leg!
We then handed out the packages we'd put together. Hugh preached to the adults of the village and told them more about God's love on a deeper level. With the day over, the kids soon headed back home. Then we did the same. The next day we travelled to Sandan village for another morning of outreach.
This is a church here. We've done some worship with the kids, done some songs. Jessie did a little sermon over in the field and we played some games. It's been great fun. I love it. It's really fun. We could learn a lot, I reckon. They get very excited.
We had a great time playing with the kids. Some people took it a little too far though.
I said stop filming me, have a split.
What happened?
I got a split.
Look right here.
After the games, it was time for lunch.
Bread with condensed milk on. This is just a treat for the kids. They seem to enjoy it quite a lot. And we're about to give out their little stationery slash nibbly snack pack things. Just a treat because they deserve it, I guess.
Later that afternoon back in the city, Hugh, Camden and Jessie held a professional development afternoon for pastors and church people from all around the Siem Reap area. This was a time for everyone to fellowship together, learn together and pray.
So it's a time to give these people a shot in the arm, pump them up. They work hard, they're all broke, they're poor, at least by our standards. We want to send them back home to their villages encouraged and to able to handle their churches.
Another day, another village. This one was Plong Village, a beautiful little oasis to the north of the city. More song and dance with the kids, more messages, more praying, more games, and more preaching to the adults and elders of the village. Hugh also presented key figures in the village with a mega voice. With these solar-powered audio players, illiterate villagers can hear the New Testament in their own language and receive the Word of God. These were handed out at most of the villages we visited, as well as to the pastors and leaders we met on our travels, to help bring the message of Jesus Christ to the people. Inevitably, Kathleen found a baby. Then equally inevitably, she found a dog. Patty found a chicken. And this guy found a crab. Then we all found our way home. On the way home, we were invited to stop in at another village. We decided to hand out some of our gift packs that we had left.
We're giving out gifts. This is a new village. They don't really know us, so we're just going to give them some presents.
And it worked a treat, because soon they fed us. Not the cat. This. A kind of root that's dug up and boiled to the consistency and taste of potato. So good. Nothing goes to waste in Cambodia. Eventually, Kathleen told us all it was time to go, so we hit the tuk-tuks again. While travelling through the rice fields, the drivers stopped the tuk-tuks and invited us out to walk amongst the field and see the farmers harvesting the rice. This was an incredible once-in-a-lifetime experience. The farmers were so welcoming of us and were so happy for us to give it a try. Amongst the golden rice stalks, surrounded by date palms casting shadows in the warm afternoon sun, we realised we were standing in the middle of paradise. The scenery was breathtaking, as was the raw experience of sharing this moment with the Khmer farmers. Day 5 saw us back at Hope School for a full day of teaching. Here we ran English classes, Heather gave health talks about the importance of hygiene, and Jessie shared the word of Jesus. And this kid cheated. Hoi, get out of it.
Today, the caterpillar is eating 1, 2, who's next? Who wants to turn?
With class over, it was time for a bit of fun.
There's so many lots of bread.
Three-way sandwich is mine. No, for the kids. That better not be going up.
Sure is, mate. In the afternoon, it was time for the more advanced English classes. Then we painted some new tables our fantastic tuk-tuk drivers had made for the school. With the long day over and all of us completely exhausted, we said goodbye to the kids for another day. The following day was our tourist day, and we travelled out of town to Angkor Wat, the amazing Buddhist temple complex built over 1,000 years ago. This enormous temple was just one of many scattered across a 162 hectare site and was an amazing sight to see. So was this guy.
Angkor Wat was constructed in the 12th century as a temple for the king and for the Buddhist people here. It's still a functioning temple. You see lots of people praying, giving their incense. So I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to an excellent day in Angkor Wat.
Angkor Wat was amazing. To walk the same corridors and feel the same stone that citizens of the once mighty Khmer Empire did was an overwhelming experience.
It's pretty impressive, the size of it. Took 37 years to build, which is crazy. It's pretty cool to see the carvings on the columns. They're really detailed, really fine. I can't imagine how long that would have taken. Well, 37 years. Andrew.
Over the next few days, our team would see some of the most beautiful sights yet, as we made our way to more and more villages and travelled further out of Siem Reap and into the countryside of Cambodia. This is Kampong Pluk, a fishing village on the banks of the Tahas River. On a Thursday, ice is delivered by a buff man in his undies. You're welcome, folks. All around this beautiful village, life continued on as we walked amongst the people. They were so welcoming and so hospitable to us that we were quickly given a reality check as to what it means to be truly happy. Following more games with the kids and a health talk from Heather, we handed out tubes of toothpaste to the children as well as our school packs before saying goodbye to this very special part of the world. The end of our time in Cambodia was drawing near. The days spent here had been full of once-in-a-lifetime experiences, exploring new places with each other and learning that there's far more to this world than just what we may see on the drive to work each day. This is a nation of extensive poverty, a nation of trying times and a dark history that will take many years from which to recover. Yet the people here are like none we'd ever met. For those who seem to have so little, we were overwhelmed at the kindness of the Khmer villagers. For the smiles on their faces, the welcome they showed and the generosity within them, we will be forever thankful and never forget them. The trip had given us all new perspectives on life that can only come by completely letting go and fully immersing yourself in a culture every bit as vibrant, joyful and unique as the Khmer. Something changes inside of you when you dare to take a chance and experience a journey such as ours. A new hope is born with the knowledge that God's love has the power to transcend nations. His grace is known across the oceans and He is praised in all languages. How special it is to serve a King that knows the cry of every heart and unites us as one. How wonderful it is to know that His love is for every man, woman and child of every race, every nation and every corner of the earth.